You're listening to Poetry Slam with K
And your
Bellz.
boy Napoleon B. Mate. We back.
We are back and we're going to talk about romance bookstores in the United States. There are more than 5 romance bookstores that are exclusively for romance books. This is kind of a throwback to when there were comic book stores, or okay, this isn't quite so much of a throwback because CD stores still exist and like vinyl record stores still exist. But I feel with the decline of like stores, there
Mm-hmm.
aren't really any niche shops anymore. You know, you kind of just have your general stores like a Walmart or a Target, and then you have your Amazon or websites that pretty much have everything else you need. So there's been this little surgence of romance bookstores, not general bookstores, but like specifically for this genre. The very first one was called the Ripped Bodice, which is in Culver City, California. It opened in March of 2016, and they recently opened a new location in Brooklyn, New York in August of this year, 2023. Another one is called Meet Cute Romance Bookshop in San Diego, California. Love Sweet Arrow in Tinley Park, Illinois. Then there's Blush Bookstore in Wichita, Kansas, and The Last Chapter in Chicago, Illinois. So all of these bookstores have been opened within 7 years.
uh, so I was reading on the one in Chicago, and it's different. Like that's different. The vibe in there,
Different how?
huh?
Different how?
The vibe in there sounds whew, very sexual tensiony. Um, because it's like for one, it's it's a there's candles everywhere.
Gotta
Um,
set the mood right.
yeah, it's like candles, a red sofa. Um, then there's a chalkboard with different type topics on it. A selfie booth with where you place your crush's name, whether um fictional or non-fictional, on the board and take a selfie with it. It's like,
You can put
yeah, that,
something not a name. You can put he's a 10, but dot dot
yeah,
dot.
that's another booth though. Like one booth is the selfie booth that has um the things on it, and I'm like, whoa, that's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah.
That's that sounds like a bunch of sexual tension going on in one room or one
It,
building.
it's not supposed to be that. It's just
No,
supposed to be a comfortable space for people who enjoy romance novels to, one, go shop for them, and two, to be comfortable um in a space where other people are enjoying the same books. It's like the comfort you get of going into a Barnes and Noble. You can sit down, pull out your laptop, and do whatever work. Like, you can get comfortable in the romance bookstore.
yeah, but romance books um be helping people, helping people get their rocks off, like
You're
so.
making it sound like, people are, trying to get nude in there. That's not what it
No,
is.
but
And like a part of the existence of the shop is to take away the stigma from the romance genre. Like there are lots of subgenres of romance too. It's not
yeah,
all erotic.
yeah, I know, but it's like me personally knowing how um how romance novels be getting people to a certain point. I would I would foresee like a lot of I would foresee couples going in there, not really knowing what to expect, seeing the candles, seeing the sofa, being like, okay. Then they pick up a book. They could only one needs to really pick up a book. To be honest with you, it doesn't have to be both, but like it's just a lot of tension that I foresee in that one building.
Frankly, over 80% of romance genre readers are women. Like these bookstores are targeted toward women. Like the Meet Cute Romance Bookshop in San Diego is a queer-owned feminist bookstore. And the shops are designed for people to hang out. And in that article that you were looking at of the last chapter, the newest bookstore that opened in September,
Of 2019.
the last chapter opened this year.
Oh, I must have misread something then.
There was
Okay.
a bookstore that opened in there. I'm not really sure about any others, but
Okay.
this last chapter bookstore, like I think it's pretty common for if for stores that are targeted at women, yeah, men may go into them accompanied like with a woman. Like it's like going into Victoria's Secret with your girlfriend. Like, yeah, you're going in there with her. There's nothing really for you. You're just giving her company. And if she asks
Exactly.
you something, you're gonna answer. You don't want to be rude. But it's like since that's probably not your main interest, you wouldn't go in there like by yourself unless you're going to get something for her. Not to say there aren't men who shop at these bookstores. I'm sure there are. However, statistically it's perceived they're at the minority.
Yeah. No, but men are visual. Women are more imaginative. Imaginative. Yes, that's the word. Um, so it doesn't really help men. Men might go in and read a novel just to read it. Women typically read novels, those type of novels, to get something from it. If you get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, B Mike. I think that you think these romance novels are not just for entertainment. You're thinking they're for some gratification. And you
Yeah.
know what? They are satisfying, I'm sure. I mean, I've read romance novels. I know they're pretty satisfying, but like they are all not like as explicit as you're trying to lump them into
No,
be.
no,
I mean,
no, 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 no. I know, like it's not
like
explicit, but
Twilight's a romance novel, and Stephanie Meyer is Mormon, so that lets you know that all the romance in there is Mormon censored.
well, even I feel like women typically like it doesn't have to be explicit for
Yeah.
it to get people to where they want to be. It just
Okay, well, yeah, you're right, because the key elements, the two basic elements for a romance novel is a love story and an emotionally satisfying and optimistic ending. So the emotional satisfaction, that's what you're talking about. Like it has to like have some like mental stimulation, like it has to be emotionally satisfying. Like that's what it's playing into.
exactly. So, like I said, it doesn't have to be explicit.
Right.
It just has to be something.
It has to be two people falling in love and struggling to make a relationship work. And you know
Exactly.
what? That struggle, that's drama. That's what we want. But you know what? Because there are romance bookstores, of course they're gonna have all sorts of subgenres of romance in there. So here are a few unusual romance subgenres: Amish vampires, NASCAR, mermaids, gargoyle, cavemen suitors, alien abductions, brewery owner intrigue, and paranormal pregnancies.
See, that just proves my point.
What?
It,
Okay.
I,
Okay.
um, it doesn't have to be explicit. There just has to be some sort of innuendos and um imaginative way about it that it has to be written. And like you said, it has to have some emotional satisfaction as well. Because again, women are more imaginative, and they don't need any explicit like words or typically anyway. I'm speaking in general and tip and for the typical woman. Um, it doesn't have to be any sort of explicit or it just has to be entertaining and imaginative. Words
Yeah,
have to words have to
I
be
mean,
words have to be written in a certain way that can and then it can incite and excite women in a way that just you know you know you know.
yeah, I do know.